Oh my
Oh
goodness
God,
me.
that's a nasty. Oh, whoa,
Craig
whoa,
Lowndes.
Yeah, my biggest accident was 1999 at Calder Park, where the scenario was that I got a bad start. I got swamped off the line. I actually had pole position, and then there was contact in the side of the car, which actually turned the car upside down at that point. And you're not trained to sort of react to that situation, but you learn along the way through your history. So the first thing I did was actually took my hands off the steering wheel, put them onto my helmet, which is to protect my neck because we didn't have the hands device back then. I actually put my right foot hard on the brake pedal, which then embraced my body back into the seat, and the seat belt did its job. Luckily at that time, safety had improved, so we actually had a window net. With the rollovers, my right elbow actually hit the concrete. If I hadn't had that window net, my arm would have gone out, and then it may not have had a right arm. When it went upside down onto its roof, it actually shattered the front windscreen, which was glass back then. Again, we've improved the cars and our perspex. So glass went all over me. So when I got to the end of the sort of roll, it come to a rest, my left knee was throbbing and my right elbow was hurting. The scenario at the end was that my left knee got a reconstruction. I got a checkup. The next day I went straight under the knife, got my left knee reconstructed, but then it was a phase of physio, hyperbaric chambers to try and fast track the injury. But the mental side of it was probably a bigger factor, because for me, getting back in the car for the first time after about 8 weeks since the accident, it was getting into that scenario of back on a racetrack, surrounding with other cars. I can tell you honestly, I was not comfortable because it just had a lot of flashbacks of what went on. And I didn't think that actually would affect me, but only until you put yourself back in that scenario that you actually basically relive everything. And it took me right through practice, and the racetrack was Winton Raceway. Practice, qualifying, and even the first race, I can honestly say that I didn't want to be inside the race car for probably the first time in my life. But once you got over that, you had a bit of contact through that first race, got familiar, I got confident again, and then by the end of the weekend I was back to normal. But that phase of going through that process was really difficult.